Hello everyone, just wanted to share with you my experience with this device. This is the Razer Kiyo Pro webcam. This is the best of the best Razer webcam. This one was around for more than a year. I've been using it for, pretty much since the day one. I'm a big fan of this camera, so that's my video where I want to share pros and cons of that device. Please support, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Let's get into it. First, what I want to share is that the build quality for this one is just amazing. First impression is that it is really heavy, which means that if you put it on top of your screen as the most common spot for a webcam, it will sit there very tightly, very firmly, and not gonna go anywhere and not gonna be shaking because it's really heavy. It has rubber sides. It's not gonna damage your screen. They thought through all of that. Second is this thing. First of all, it's a physical cover for your webcam. If you think that it is useless thing, then go ahead and watch Social Dilemma. It's a show on Netflix called Social Dilemma. Once you saw this show, you'll never be the same. I did that, so I'm very big fan of covering your webcam physically. So you have that. Also, if you're a content creator or a streamer, which is probably the biggest audience for that device, you can have this stand removed and you can screw this camera to any standard tripod and use it wherever you want. Also, this thing is very useful. This is a rubber thing. You can put it anywhere on any angle and it's gonna do the job. I didn't bother with some different holder and spot. I just end up using it as it is, which is the most convenient way for me. As for the camera itself, it looks very cool. You can see that there's kind of like a ring that you want to manipulate, like a focus or whatever, but it's just decoration. It does nothing. But what I want to say is that the cable that goes with it is perfectly fine. It's 1 or 1.5 meters, something like that. It's thick and it's perfect, like all the Razer cables. But if you need something longer, like 2 meters or 3 meters, I don't actually know what the maximum length for USB Type-C to work for that kind of devices, but for sure you can use 2 meters because I bought the Ugreen Type-C cable. It goes directly to my Type-C port on my computer's motherboard and it works just as good as with the Razer cable. There you go. If you need a longer cable, it's really easy. You remove it, you put another cable and it works fine. I gotta say that there is built-in microphone, but again, my point is if you are a content creator or a streamer, probably you have something like this specifically dedicated for the sound. You're not gonna be using these little stereo microphones. If this is going to be your only option for the microphone on your computer or your Mac, then they will do the job. Those microphones are perfectly fine. But again, if you're as I think a buyer of Razer devices, do something online for streaming or content creation, then probably you won't need those microphones. Like, I never use them and I don't even know if they're good enough to use them on regular basis because I always had some sort of microphone. As for the picture quality, you have a sensor, 1080p sensor that works two ways. Either it's a 60 Hz 1080p or it's a 1080p 30 Hz but with HDR. Personally, not a big fan of HDR either. Once I bought this thing, I tried it. On my opinion, you have to have like really weird situation in terms of lighting and conditions in your room to make use of it. Otherwise, I just played with it and then turned it off, used the raw 1080p 60 Hz picture quality. And I will just go ahead and say that if you're starting your streaming career, this is definitely a good device to start with. If you're streaming games and your webcam is a little box on the side of your screen, then of course this is going to be amazing quality. And in pauses, you want to just go ahead and show your webcam on a full 1080p screen. This will actually be also good enough to start with. Again, if you're going pro, you will definitely need something more serious like DSLR camera or anything like that attached, and then play with that. But this is a really good thing to start with. And the last thing that I want to share is the Razer Synapse software. I'm a big fanboy of this software because you have all your Razer devices in one software. You can tweak anything you need. You can basically tweak white balance, focus, zoom, and all that brightness, blah blah blah. Anything that you might need to change in your webcam settings, you can do that in Razer Synapse, which is really beautiful looking software and very functional. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will just summarize that this is a very good camera. I've been using it from the day one it came out on the market, which is more than a year ago, and I'm still happy about this device. Please leave a comment, hit the like button if you like this video, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Have a good one.